Hey guys, what is up? It's Fulton Fan, and get ready to dominate Bed Wars, because today, we're diving into the ultimate guide to conquering every match and skyrocketing those win rates. We're talking game-changing strategies, whether you're just starting your Bed Wars journey or you're a seasoned veteran. This is how we win. This is how we dominate. Let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with the backbone of any successful Bed Wars strategy: resource management. Think of resources in Bed Wars like ammunition in a battle. You can't win without ammo, right? Iron, gold, diamonds, these are your tools to victory. Be smart, efficient, and greedy with every resource. First up, iron. It's your bread and butter in the early game. Pump out those iron generators like a well-oiled machine. Don't get stingy. Upgrade those generators. The faster they produce, the quicker you get to gold and diamonds. Gold is your ticket to powerful upgrades, better armor, stronger weapons. Be strategic. Think about what gives you the biggest advantage. Now, diamonds. Diamonds are the ultimate prize. They unlock the most powerful items. Diamond armor, enchanted weapons. See a diamond spawn? Go for it. No hesitation. Deny your opponents those diamonds. Intercept enemy teams closing in on a diamond spawn. Those diamonds could be the difference between defeat and victory. Resource management isn't just about hoarding. Spend wisely, prioritize upgrades, and adapt to the game. Master this, and you're on your way to becoming a Bed Wars legend. Okay. So you've got a handle on resources, you're racking up the iron and gold, but what happens when your opponents come knocking, hungry to destroy your bed and kick you out of the game? That's where a rock-solid defense comes in, because in Bed Wars, a good offense wins games, but a great defense, that's what wins championships. First and foremost, your bed is your lifeline. It's the heart of your operation, and you need to protect it at all costs. And no, I'm not talking about just slapping down a few blocks of wool and calling it a day. We're talking about building a fortress. Start with layers. Don't give your opponents a clear shot at your bed. Use blocks, stairs, slabs, anything to create a confusing and time-consuming maze for them to navigate. And while you're at it, throw in some traps. Pressure plates hooked up to TNT can send your enemies flying. And trust me, there's nothing more satisfying than hearing that explosion, knowing you just sent an opponent back to the lobby. Now, defending isn't just about sitting back and waiting for your enemies to make a move. You need to be proactive. Use blocks to create choke points, funneling enemies into kill zones where you and your team have the advantage. And here's a pro tip. Bridges. They're not just for crossing the void. Use them strategically to create escape routes, flanking positions, or even just to buy yourself some time to regroup and reload. But the most important thing to remember about defense is that it's not just about blocks and traps. It's about awareness. Keep an eye on your surroundings. Pay attention to the other team's movements. Anticipate their attacks. Because the best defense is a good offense, and knowing when to strike is just as important as knowing how to defend. Alright, so you've got your resource game down, your bed is a fortress. But you know what's even better than defending? That's right, taking the fight to your opponents and ending the game on your terms. It's time to unleash the offensive firepower. First things first, let's talk about rushing. It's a high-risk, high-reward tactic that can catch your opponents off guard. The goal is to gather resources as quickly as possible, rush to the middle, grab some diamonds, and then go straight for the enemy's bed. It's a bold move, but when it pays off, it's oh so satisfying. But rushing isn't always the answer. Sometimes, a more calculated approach is needed. That's where flanking comes in. While your opponents are busy focusing on one lane, you can sneak around from the side or even from behind and launch a surprise attack on their bed. And listen, I can't stress this enough. Coordination is key. Communicate with your team, plan your attacks, and make sure everyone is on the same page. A well-coordinated team can take down even the strongest opponents. Now let's talk about bridging. It's not just for defense, you know. Bridging can be an incredibly powerful offensive tool, allowing you to quickly close the distance between you and your opponents, outmaneuver them, and launch surprise attacks. But here's the thing about offense. It's not just about brute force. It's about being smart, being unpredictable, and always staying one step ahead of your opponents. Use your resources wisely, choose your targets carefully, and never underestimate the power of a well-timed attack. Listen up, because this next chapter is crucial. We're talking about teamwork and communication, those magical ingredients that transform a group of individuals into an unstoppable Bed Wars force. Because in the heat of battle, when the diamonds are on the line and beds are about to be destroyed, it's the teams that work together that come out on top. First and foremost, communication is key. Use that in-game chat, guys. Let your team know what you're doing, where you're going, what you need. Are you going for diamonds? Tell them. Need someone to cover your lane? Just ask. And don't just focus on calling out enemy positions or resource spawns. Share strategies. Brainstorm together. 2 heads are always better than 1, and in Bed Wars, 4 brains are even better than that. Now, communication is one thing, but it's useless without teamwork. You need to be there for your teammates. Support each other, cover each other's backs, and work together to achieve common goals. If you see a teammate struggling, don't just stand there watching. Throw them some resources, help them fend off an attacker, or even just offer words of encouragement. And remember, teamwork isn't just about being nice. It's about strategy. Assign roles based on each player's strengths. Got a teammate who's a master builder? Put them in charge of fortifying the base. Got a speed demon who can bridge across the map in seconds? Send them on those daring diamond runs. Remember, in Bed Wars, you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for your team. Embrace that teamwork, master that communication, and watch as your win rate soars higher than you ever thought possible. All right, you've mastered the basics. You're a well-oiled Bed Wars machine. Now, let's crank things up a notch and dive into the advanced strategies, those game-changing tips and tricks that will leave your opponents speechless. First up, let's talk about block clutching. This technique can save your life when you're in a pinch. Falling into the void? Quickly place a block beneath your feet to break your fall and make a daring escape. But timing is everything. You need lightning-fast reflexes to pull this off. Next, we have the art of bed baiting. This is next-level psychological warfare. The goal is to make your opponents think you're vulnerable, lure them into a trap, and then unleash your wrath. Leave your bed seemingly undefended, maybe even drop some valuable resources nearby. When the enemy takes the bait, bam, you spring your trap. Now let's talk about invisibility potions. These bad boys can be a game changer, allowing you to sneak past enemy lines, launch surprise attacks, or even make a daring escape when all hope seems lost. And here's a pro tip for all you potion users out there. Try throwing an invisibility potion on a teammate who's carrying a bunch of diamonds. They'll be able to make a clean getaway, leaving your opponents empty-handed and wondering what just hit them. But here's the thing about advanced strategies. They're useless if you don't have the fundamentals down pat. So, master the basics, practice these advanced techniques, and watch as you ascend to Bed Wars greatness. There you have it, guys, the ultimate guide to Bed Wars domination. Now go out there, implement these strategies, and rack up those wins. But remember, practice makes perfect. So keep playing, keep experimenting, and most importantly, have fun. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more epic Minecraft content, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. And hey, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite strategy is, or if you have any sneaky tricks up your sleeve that I missed. Until next time, this is Fulton Fan signing out. See you in the arena.